We want to go back out to Utah's Weather Authority, Jodi Saeland, who's joining out on some of the snowy fun. You were promising us a little ride, Jodi, so we're watching.
I was, and I was just listening to what you were talking about, and I always have that stuff in the back of my car. My kids always laugh at me, but I've got like water and juice boxes, and hand warmers are always handy to have, and extra blankets, so I've got all of that as well. And I drove around the valley earlier. I was looking for some of the good sledding hills, and a lot of the sledding hills have been used over the past 12 hours or so because it was our first snow of the season and there wasn't a lot of snow left. But then we came up here to the East Bench at Eastwood Elementary, and we found the snow, we found the kids, and as you can see, this is a fast hill. Now, I want to say I probably haven't gone sledding in a couple of years. Santa Claus brought me a new sled, and I've been talking to my friends here, and I love the fact that they've put me right on the jump. So that is not very fair, but I will say it's starting to get chilly. Dina's going to look at those temperatures, but I did notice that the temperatures were dropping a little bit, and we actually are seeing the winds coming out of the north. The snow is still a little ways away, but at 9 o'clock we're going to be driving around in the Weather Beast, and we're going to be seeing how the roadways are doing as that next storm system comes on in. But for right now, we're going to practice the sledding stuff. Okay, is everybody ready? Okay, why did you put me on this jump? You didn't mean to. Okay, wait now. Okay, are we ready? Should we do a countdown? Yeah. Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, see ya. All right, Dina.
That was great. That was great. That's some good live TV right there. I'm so glad that she didn't biff it on the jump. That's great. Thanks, Jodi. And as she said, the temperatures are starting to get a little colder and losing that sun. It's definitely cooling off out there ahead of our next front here. Here's a pretty view from Sundance. Of course, the skiers all rejoicing at the fantastic snow that we've just gotten, and there's more on the way. Temperature now 35, mostly cloudy, and it is windy. We do have gusty winds in our forecast ahead of this storm system, so that's going to make the temperatures feel a lot colder out there. Now, the National Weather Service has issued winter storm warnings for the counties that we see here and places in pink, and then a winter weather advisory for most locations, and that's most of the state, including Salt Lake City, Tooele, all the way to Park City, and much of eastern and western Utah, including Washington County in St. George. So let's break it down for you. Most mountain locations, generally speaking, around 6 to 16 inches. In the Cottonwoods, we're going to see more than that. Valley locations, so that's places like Ogden, Centerville, Salt Lake, Provo. Most places 3 to 6 inches. Cache Valley, a little less, 2 to 4. Castle Country, places like Price, Emery County, Carbon County, 1 to 3 inches of snow. Southeastern Utah, about 2 to 4, but that corner of the state by Monticello and Blanding, you're going to see quite a bit of snow, especially in the La Salles and the Abajo Mountains. So we'll be seeing more snow there, around 5 to 10. In St. George, around 2 to 4 inches of snow. That's in St. George, so that'll switch over from some rain to some snow pretty quickly. Boy, everybody getting in on this one. 35 in Salt Lake and 27 now in Park City. Your temperature tonight staying in the 20s. 40 in St. George, so it feels like it's warm enough to rain, but the colder air is really going to settle in with this storm. Satellite and radar shows a lot of the cloud cover. The storm system still off to the west here, so we should start to see this move in and strengthen at about 10 o'clock to midnight tonight. That's when we'll really get the action going. The cold front, you can see the demarcation, the line on some of this with the visible picture. It's about here over central Nevada. So that will start moving in later tonight and bring with it that precipitation that we so desire, at least if you're a skier, because it's been pretty dry up until recently. So our Futurecast shows tonight, the weather starts to move in, is with us for much of Sunday. So in the morning, it'll be really going, and for Sunday and the afternoon, and then by about dinner time, it starts to move on out of here. And not just the snow, the wind as well. Wind forecast shows blowing gusty winds here, 30 to 40 miles per hour easy. So that blowing snow, especially central Utah by Richfield, Salina, and some of these locations, you're going to see some really gusty winds and treacherous conditions tomorrow. So overnight, the snow begins. Temperatures in the 20s. It's going to be cold and snowy tonight and tomorrow. So a Sunday storm for everybody. 32 degrees in Salt Lake and 39 in St. George. Here's a great map to look at. That forecast snow totals. You can see it right there. Our spine of the Wasatch going to be the big winners on this one, but most locations, again, generally 3 to 6 inches, and a few lucky winners will get a little bit more than that. Everybody getting some snow on this one. 39 degrees tomorrow in St. George and only 40 all week. Cold week. Cold mornings, too, in the 20s. I hope you got some sweaters or something warm to wear on the holidays because the temperatures are going to be some of the coldest we have seen, and the wind chills lows in the teens this week. So snow tomorrow, and then we got a chance of snow almost every day this week. We'll take another look at your forecast later on tonight, and we'll be right back.